What is up, you guys? This is the Blackpack. It's so black. It's such pack. It's a backpack that tries to do basically everything. And honestly, it does like a kind of fucking solid job at it. The whole question about this bag is it like actually the sort of definitive nomadic backpack? Like not the company nomadic, but like backpack for people who are living that nomadic lifestyle. And my take on it is, if you really needed if you want to do just one bag that does like a lot of things, meaning like also a smaller daily carry, a medium-sized like daily carry, an expandable, travelable backpack without bringing like this is all into one. Things like zip off of this bag and like expand from it, right? So to do the one bag nomadic kind of thing, this is pretty freaking good at it. At the time of recording, $329. I've got an email out to the person. I'm gonna let you know right here if it's coming, if you can still buy this bag, because it did not fund successfully on Kickstarter, but they're selling things on their website. So waiting to hear back from the email that I sent this morning. Okay, here's the gist on this bag. Number one, a very simple and stylish aesthetic. I like it. It's got that rucksack vibe. You'll see, I'm gonna take this thing off here in a second. This top thing is like a bitch and fanny pack, and also a day pack is strange, but cool. And when you zip that off, this thing just looks like a regular old rucksack, right? We've got 1000D Cordura all the way around this sucker. So it's just a basic, solid, really serious material. YKK zips everywhere. So it's gonna last you. But the deal is the aesthetic is just, it's kind of a cool rucksacky vibe. Here, I'm gonna zip this thing off right now and just show you how it happens. One of the things we're gonna talk about on this bag is so many fucking zippers. So finding out what zipper it is you're actually trying to access can be a little bit like, wow, did I get is this the right plot? Is this the right pocket? Okay, so here's the bag in like it's what I call the daily carry mode, right? So it's the main bag. This thing actually expands down here, so you get like your whole section for travel or just for shoes or something like that. Up at the top, you're gonna see that we just kind of have a rough top here. I've got some thoughts about the top. But my first bit on this is a simple, nice aesthetic. I think it's a cool, like sort of hipstery vibe. It fits in a lot of different styles. So whatever your style is, this is gonna be, this is their black on black. It's got a nice bright blue interior. Fancy that for a cocktail party. Okay, point number two, we've got a tall and narrow capacity, right? This is just a simple thing that maybe you won't think about before purchasing the bag. But what that means is, number one, the bag is pulled up close to your back, right? So you don't have like a big like thing hanging off of your back. It's kind of held tight, similar to the Mission Workshop Rhake backpack, or to the recent Lexdray MontBlanc or MontBlanc that I did as well. So it is narrower and taller, right? Which is great for carry. However, when you're getting into the bag, that means there's a lot of like reaching in to find something down here. Now, this bag mitigates that in a few different ways. There's 4 ways to get into the main compartment, which I'll show you in a little bit, but still you're gonna have that long, narrow thing going on. Okay, number 3. We've got some great straps. These are really comfortable and nice straps. They're slightly, I could do with a little bit more of a rigid padding, honestly, but there's so much material in the Cordura and the binding and all this kind of stuff that it still feels pretty rigid, but a tiny bit more rigidity in there, like similar to the Dispatch Day Pack or the Green Room 136 Rainmaker. This definitely has a little bit softer feel than I would like, but like, beggars can't be choosers. This is what's on the bag, and it's actually gonna last a long time. It's gonna feel very comfortable. You've also got load lifting clippers in here, which just come on the top of the bag like this. It's sort of weird. So to really cinch down on that, you're pulling the front of the bag a lot. It's sort of weird. Doesn't work all that like excellently. However, there is a removable aluminum rod in here that just goes around the outside of the bag, which helps it stay nice and rigid. There are also, as you can see, it's adjustable right here. You can adjust how tall or you can adjust where your shoulders are, adjust your shoulders. So for you ladies, for you smaller gentlemen, for you smaller ladies, for you larger people, for you whatever your body shapes and sizes are, we're body positive around here. And it's nice when if you can really get, like, see, I'm living in that male white privilege world where like my shoulders are kind of perfect size for just about any bag. Like I've never put on a bag and gone like, the shoulders are it's too high or it's too low. It's always been like, I guess this is what this bag is. And I know a lot of people out there who are shorter, they have different torso lengths and all that stuff. This kind of thing they live for. For you people, I am stoked that this exists. They also have hip straps things that I think they're in my, I didn't use them at all, but they're nice. Okay, number 4, so many pockets. Arguably, possibly too many pockets. This bag is awesome for all you people that want to have external access to all sorts of different places on your bags. Your like bars are over here and your charging cables are over here. And then you open up this guy over here and this is where your other stuff is with the zing and the zabadoo. And then, we gotta get back into just behind that panel into the jibble snaps. And then let's undo these compression straps because if we're gonna get into the jibble snaps, we've gotta get the whipple snarfs. Okay, so like there are so many pockets on this bag. Some are accessible on the outside, first order access. Others are, you have to like, there's a lot of tinkering with this bag. A lot of like finding what fucking zipper is the right one. I swear to God, like I've had to pull everything out of this bag because I couldn't remember where things were. And then like I knew where it was, but I didn't know what zipper got me into that pocket. But you're gonna see a lot of this kind of, I don't know, there's just a ton of pockets, which is great because every inch of this bag is used. So you dongle Rodneys out there and you people who are seriously living like a nomadic life where it's like, boom, boom, I gotta have everything in its right place. That is going to serve you really well on this bag. You're going to have to get used to putting the bag down, opening some of the compartments to get into some of that organization because not all of it is accessible on the outside of the bag, but a good deal of it is. Okay, just for showing you right now, we've got 2 sort of loin, I call them tenderloin pockets right here. They go down, they're separate right here. One entrance over here, one over here. This is where I put like my external hard drive for editing video. Put a link to it in the description below. The Glyph Adam Rhake. There's also a quick access back here. I'll show you all the pockets in a little bit. Let's get through the gist. This is already taking forever. One thing I do want to point out is the laptop pocket is a little bit funky. It's safe. It's totally safe in there, but like you've got a little added, there's this thing right here, which is padded, and it's a little laptop, or not a laptop, but an iPad, sort of a tablet thing, right? And it's sort of funky size. I think you'd be able to fit most like sort of medium, small size tablets, right? And then there's this large pouch that goes all the way down, and that's where your laptop goes in. Just sort of funky looking, funky behaving, but all said, it's very safe, and you can zip it up if you want. It's like there's no bad. It's just, I just feel like it works kind of funky because you lose your computer there. It goes all the way down, and then it's got padding all around, so you're fine. But it's just sort of a weird. I actually like it because it's so minimal. You see how conflicted I am on this? It's so minimal. It's just like there's nothing to it. And it means so much more of the bag is usable instead of having this big, soft, floofy laptop thing. I could talk about this for a while, I bet. I'm gonna move on now. Point number 5, there's an expandable area at the bottom of the bag. Let's take these compression straps off, and then you'll notice these 2 zippers down here that have the multicolor, the actual blue color zipper pulls. This is one of my pieces of advice for these guys. You should use more like another colored zipper because they have this color of zipper pull on certain things that are like functional for the bag, which is a great idea. I would say let's add another color like a white or something for, I don't know, for show, because like right here there's like 5 little just 0, they don't have any pull tabs on them, just YKK zips, right? And it's hard to remember what goes to what thing because all of these zipper rails are just like sewed right next to each other. You got to get good at this bag because it's a pro fucking bag. It's really pro. It's cool. These guys did it. I mean, their website's in Russian. And so it'll be a gamble to buy one, right? But I've sent an email out to him, and there was a note before if they're actually selling them or not. And even if they're not, like, you want to know about this bag. Oh, okay. So here's a great example of like that blue zip pull actually isn't to expand the bag. That's to get into the main pocket there. That gets into your main compartment there. But there's another zipper behind it right here, okay? Which unzips and it expands the bag. Okay, can I do it? Can I get it? Can you hear me? Can you feel me near you? Okay, see that? So you just got another, like, I call it like another, I'd say 2 to 4 wool sweaters in the bag now. So it's basically the perfect size for Peak Designs, like medium packing cube, right? So it goes right in there, and then you can access and open that pocket right here, and now you can reach in there. They have a drawstring closure, so you can keep whatever you put in here separate from the top of the bag, or you can use it to get into the main compartment if you'd like. Now, aesthetically on this, I think it ends up, they just put a little bit of this daisy chain webbing here, and it looks pretty good. I think it kind of keeps a good look. So you just added a largish packing cube to your bag, or 2 of your favorite wool sweaters easily. And when you get to where you're going, you can zip this up. You get off the plane, you get out, you unload everything, you zip this up, and now you've got a daily carry bag. Pretty fucking cool way of expanding. These guys really thought about a lot of stuff when they designed this bag, right? So like, for instance, when you're zipping this up back here, there's a little thing to hold on to, just because it's kind of an awkward thing to zip. Again, one of those moments with this bag that you're gonna be putting it down and fiddling with it and making sure it's like, you know, you're getting things in, but it's very pro. Have you ever seen a professional photographer work with their camera gear? It's the same way. They're like, hold on, this is a fucking $12,000 lens. I'm going to stop, acknowledge it, have a little ceremony, then I'll put it on my camera and take some photos. So not that this is like a $12,000 bag or something like that, but it enables a kind of functionality for your lifestyle if you are living nomadically, or if you want one bag that does it all. So, it should come with like an online course, this bag should. Okay, now there are multiple ways into the main compartment. This is my next point. So like I showed you, the top flap opens, and then inside, more zippers. More zippers, and now you're into the main capacity of the bag. I also showed you that down here you've got the blue zip tabs or whatever, and you've got access to the main capacity of the bag. Of course, you also have the top flap, right, which you open up and you have access to the main capacity of the bag. But then you can also flip it over and access the bag. You'll have to take off these straps right here, the load-bearing straps. And then, again, somewhere here, there's a zipper that can get me, found it, I think, into this thing. And you've got access to the main capacity of the bag. Now, I have never opened it up this way, precisely for the reason that you saw right there. It's just like, there's so many zippers, there's so many like compression straps that like click over and stuff like that. I leave all that on. I've just been accessing the bag from the top. That's it. But some of you may be stoked that you can like lay it out, and for travel and something like that, open it all up, get a total access to it, suitcase style, load it in there, and then, I guess unload it that way too. I mean, some of you are just gonna be really excited about that. I just think a few of you will be. If you are, please let me know in the comments. All right, I'm moving on with my video. Okay, I removed that top. This is the last point. There's this removable top, which makes for a great fanny pack. Look at the size. Look at the size of this cute little fanny pack. It's just like perfect size, okay, for like a bigger sling fanny pack. But wait, there's more. The top pouch of this thing, you unzip, okay, and inside of there it converts to a day bag. It converts to a little day bag. You see that? It's sort of funky, okay? It's funky because on this really nice, thin, water-resistant day bag, you have this huge, like Cordura thing hanging off. But it's like one bag, it attaches to it. You're not carrying 2 bags around. That's awesome. Like, it's cool that you got one little bag in there. You've got inside this thing, there's no pockets inside the main compartment. This just goes down to the top of here, okay? Then you also have the front of this, which actually has quite a bit of space. Here's those hip straps I just put in there. But this thing's an awesome size for a fanny pack. Now, here's the deal. For me, when I have the choice between a day pack and a fanny pack, it's no choice at all. I go for the fanny pack every time. Fanny packs are hip. They make women pay more attention to me. They make children love me. It's just, and I have everything that I need right there. Just flip it around, grab my camera, get my chapstick, get my whatever. And this is actually a really awesome size fanny pack. I love it. The only weird thing is that there's top pocket is full of a weird kind of day bag. Like it's kind of a bummer that that's in there when it's in fanny pack mode. It's kind of a bummer that this is here when it's in day pack mode, right? It's kind of like it's a weird thing, but it gets you both. It gets you both. So to me, this is cute. This is cute. It's profoundly functional when you're traveling with the bag and you have this on top, right? Because then you can get in there, you got your Bluetooth headphones you're throwing in there or whatever, just your quick access stuff for when you're on the go. And then when you take it off, now you can put your camera in or whatever. You know, it's cute. So honestly, in carrying this sucker around, it's been pretty nice. It's been pretty nice. These straps are great. One of the places that I really dislike it is this handle and this top area. You've got nice straps here that you can grab onto and hold onto, but it's just thin webbing. It does not speak very much to your hand. It does not speak very much like about anything, right? So it's a very simple execution, which is great, keeps your costs down and stuff like that. But I would prefer to have a little bit, I don't know, something like, I just think that looks a little bit funky on the top of the bag when the thing isn't zipped on top of it. I also find that like these load-bearing straps are essential on a backpack like this because it has this shoulder thing can come off and move around. So it's like really too loose on the bag without it. The bag kind of leans off of you without these straps. But then you've got this like little quick access pocket like thrown in there, and it's just, I don't know. There's just a bunch of little things like that are like, it's not perfect. But like I said, every inch of this bag is used and useful, right? So, you got to decide which way you want to go with that. I definitely have to say that there were too many pockets for me for a while. Like it took me a long time to learn this bag, right? Like even though I just kept simplifying and simplifying and simplifying, the good news is you don't have to bring any pouches anymore because each of these pockets on the outside all ends up becoming like one of your like you don't have any pouches now. You just have places in your bag to put things. For me, I've typically opted for going for a simpler bag with pouches. So I can customize those pouches. I can move them easily from one bag to the next. And then my bag can just be a good bag. This is a very interesting thesis statement, however, because this bag does a lot of things really well. I think the style's great. I think it expands really well, and you get to do the daily carry and the expansion. I could do easily without this top zip off thing. I could just do a bag that has like a built-in sort of more regular looking top, maybe with a better handle, and just do away with the whole fanny pack day pack thing, because this is not too big to bring as a day pack. Like you can see, like it's on me, and it's not too big at all to be as like my regular day pack. Even if it was empty, it wouldn't be too big as a day pack. So I think this guy does a lot of things really well. It's interesting, you know, and it's just these guys from Russia who are like, fuck it, let's do it. Or more like, fuck it, let's do it. In Mother Russia, bag designs you. Okay, let me quickly run you through the bag here. You've already seen most of the features of it. I just want to show you some of like how I actually carried with it. So inside of this vertical pocket, I keep my snacks. I have like a whole snack section of my bag. You can go to bagworks.co/snacks to see all my favorite snacks, like these mighty meat sticks, Choco Love chocolate, which like I always have on me now because like I just have one little square of that. And I feel like I'm in fucking heaven. Like it's just the best thing. But these meat sticks though. I always keep some meat and jerky and stuff like that because it's just such a good way to get your protein in and your fat. I also do some Sigmatic stuff. I have all of this on that snacks page. This little shot I like with lion's mane but just a little bit of caffeine. You know? And you can see this pocket is just, there's nothing to it. It's just a tenderloin. Same thing with like the Alpha 31, right? Just a tenderloin right up there. Now on this side of the pocket, I use my like tech stuff. Sometimes I'd put my mouse there. I've started carrying that up here, but that's just my external hard drive, which I used to keep in a separate pouch with my keyboard and all this other stuff. Now I've gone away with the pouch on this bag and just do that. Then I get into this very small access point for this large main compartment, and this is the other organization stuff I have. So this only comes down to here. This is one of my bummers on this guy because it makes it kind of hard to get into, but a lot of organization is right up top. I have my little Mac keyboard there. I'll put links to all this stuff in case you need it below. I use this Apple Mighty Mouse because I use a computer stand, so I need a keyboard and a mouse to get my neck up, because I literally work on a computer for a living. If you don't take your posture seriously and you work on a computer for a living, you need to start doing it, because sitting is the new smoking. And then wait, this pocket goes all the way down where I keep my my trail mix bag, which I constantly update with whatever bulk trail mix I go to the store and get. Okay, so there's a lot of actual organization up here, a lot of little pouches that I used, you know, throwing my mouse into this one, could throw my journal in here, but there's so many pockets on the bag, I wanted to use some of the other ones. So, where's those zippers? Again, hard to find these zippers. Like, there's everything I just showed you. That's the front of the organization panel. Then just behind that is another set of zippers. This is, to me, like if you can make them not black, just the zippers themselves, they could be white or silver or gold would look interesting on this. And that would just say, hey, this is the zipper for this main panel, for the behind panel, right? Because then inside of here, you've got more pockets. I threw my notebook just right in here. And you have two more pockets here, boom. And then this guy up top goes all the way down behind. It's just, it's like there's so many ways you could carry with this thing. And some of you might have very specific uses for some of this shit. I don't know. Then like I showed you before, there's a zipper that can open up that panel and get into the main compartment, which I've never used in use. Now on the top back of the bag, in between those two load lifting straps is a little quick access pocket, right? Where I threw my glasses in a glasses case, and it's actually got ample room. Like it's nice. It's got a little mouth, but a lot of like a decent amount of space in there. Would have been a really useful pocket for me, but it was just a hassle to get into whenever. So I always throw my glasses into a pocket like that because I'm not going in and getting them all the time. They're either out and I'm carrying them because I'm living in someplace sunny, or they're away because it's foggy as shit. Okay, then inside the main compartment of the bag, here's what I've been carrying in this thing. I've got my iPad Pro, which I just put in the laptop compartment because it's too big to fit into the tablet compartment. See, that's all the way down. That's as far down as the tablet compartment goes, right? So other tablets are gonna be fine. This is the huge iPad Pro, which I wish there was someone I could just like trade for the smaller one. If you want a big one and you want to trade me a small one, let me know. Okay, then inside the bag is just a lot of capacity, okay? I've got my little smokestack for my ceremonies. Right? I've got my water-filled pouch wherein I have my Bluetooth headphones. I've really come to live in these things. I use these all the time. Noise-canceling Bluetooth headphones. Because I work at cafes right now, because our internet at our house is shit, I just have my own little like setup. Like I turn on the noise canceling. I put on some of my favorite music, like just soundscape stuff, like Duane Pitre. I'll put a link to some Duane Pitre to put on in the background while you work. It takes about 8 or 9 minutes for the song to really get going, and it's not musical at all. It's mostly just sounds and tones and shit. But for some reason, like gets going, I get into like a focus space. Noise canceling, focus. I'm in someone else's living room. I'm focused. I'm all in on what I'm working on. I love that for those. By the way, I think these Sennheisers are some of the best. I did a whole Bluetooth headphone deathmatch. That video is getting a ton of play right now. People are finding it from everywhere, and they're loving that video. So if you're curious about noise canceling headphones, then you should check out that video because it's one of the more well-rounded like reviews out there. Even though I haven't done the Sony MX3s or whatever yet. It's like, okay. All right, hold your horses. By the way, these go into my water-filled pouch, which I fucking love these pouches. Waterfield makes some of my favorite pouches. I just completely updated the pouches page at Bagworks. You've got to check out that page now. Go to bagworks.co/pouches. All my favorite pouches, all my favorite packing cubes, all my favorite accessories for travel, like this Camelback chute, water bottle, all of that is there, okay? I'm done with it. It's like I'll keep adding to it, and it's beautiful. I love it. I think you might like it. Okay, so I got the pouch with my headphones inside of here. I also keep all my tech gear, like the bunches of little cables and shit like that. I got a lot of that. Got a lot of that in there. Then I've got a like one of these great sort of tactical scarves. They're very fashionable. They're very stylish. But I'll be damned if they aren't like extremely like weirdly warm or like cooling in the summertime or something like that. So like having one of these that you just tie onto your bag or use, you gotta deal with the style of it. You gotta own it. You gotta rock it. You gotta go like, I'm heading in. because I'm a fucking, like a jewelry designer or something who's had a little bit of experience in Iraq. Okay, then I have my Roost stand. Go get the Roost stand if you use a laptop. Go make that shit happen. It's a delicious product that just, like it's designed so well, you're gonna love it. I'll put a link to that and to everything else here in the description below. That is my take on the Blackpack. I hope that they are going to be fulfilling these orders because, or you know, that they are taking orders. Apparently on the website, when I Google translated it, it's like they don't make the product until you buy it, and then they ship it within like 7 to 10 days from that. And so like you can, they have a bunch of different colors and stuff like that. So check it out. Check out the link in the description below. Now, as to bags, other bags you should check out. This is a hard one. If you're interested in this backpack, you're interested in the multifunctionality of it. The travel plus daily carry, at least let's just stick with those two. So I think some of the best bags to look at to compare this to are the Boundary Supply Prima system. A little bit of it's a roll toppy, it's like a roll flap, really made well, lots of excellent tech organization. I'd say more quality organization than we have here, but this has more expandability capacity. That one has a roll top type of thing, but it doesn't have as much capacity for travel as this does, I'd say. But you can check out my link to that one below in the description. I think it's a fucking awesome bag. The other one is the Wandrd Prvke or Provoke pack. That has probably as much capacity as this since it has such a big roll top. This might have a little bit more. The bummer with that one is if you're gonna have tarpaulin on the outside, which is a rigid rubbery material that a lot of people get sort of annoyed by after a little while. It's gonna last you, it's not gonna break down on you, but it's another one of those bags with lots of zippers, lots of places to put stuff. My bummer with those is that the insides don't feel quite as quality as the outsides. The more you use that bag, the cheaper the sort of internal organization zippers end up feeling and stuff like that. The liner's really thin. It does exactly what it needs to, but it doesn't have the same. But it's like one of the top selling bags for me, and people are constantly getting in touch saying how much they love it. Because here's the thing about the Wandrd Prvke pack, it does something. It does it all really, really well. It does it all really well enough. Even though I get annoyed with the insides, even though this, that, and the other, the truth is if you want to just like go with one bag and be done with it, it's going to last you for a long time. So check out those links to those videos in the description below. Also at bagworks.co, you're going to find my travel bag page. Now I'm actively updating it right now as we speak, but no matter when you go there, there's going to be a list of my favorite bags, my favorite travel bags with some images and a video that's like, hey, here's what this bag's about. Here's what this bag is about. So I can help you make decisions. Because my whole thing with Bagworks and what I'm doing here at the channel, like one of the big things is helping you just get a bag that you're going to love. Like I want you to find the right bag for you, because when you have your kit you don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, when you have your kit sort of locked in, you just don't have to worry about it anymore. And when you're not worrying about that, you get to spend some time worrying about other things that might matter more, right? Like your relationship with your son, right? I'm talking to myself here. I could probably do better. You guys know what I'm talking about. You got the family thing working. I mean, a lot of you out there, you don't have the kids yet. It's like I get it. You're living life. You're like, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to have kids. You know, you might even be in a relationship. Relationship's enough. You know, you will want to be in a relationship at some point. You will want to have a deep, intimate passionate relationship with someone, and that in and of itself is hard to keep going. So that's like my other thing that I'm excited about. Besides just getting you into a good bag, it's like all that lifestyle shit, right? Like that to me that's your real kit. Like your bag can help you do that shit. Like we get the bag that's right so we can do the shit we got to do in our life. And that might sound like I'm taking this all way too seriously or something, but dude, maybe you're not taking it seriously enough. I love bags. I love products that are worth getting into a relationship with. I love products that are like companions. I love things that have a designer's point of view, thoughtful, intention, cared, thought about all these details, right? I love that. This Blackpack is surprisingly pretty damn good at that. By the way, here's the empty bag I got this scale because some of you were complaining about never weighing the bags. 4.6 pounds, okay? 4.6 pounds. So maybe that helps some of you people out there. I'm just here to help, you know? I am just here to help, and I hope this has been helpful for you. I've been Chase Reeves. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye-bye. Bagworks.co
ChaseReeves.net.
Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites.
Yeah, I
he's
guess
wanting
so.
us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that.
Yeah, looks nice.